Dear friends, I am going to explain the force analysis of the gear. How can analysis the force acting on the gear, mainly on the spur gear. So in this video, a force acting on the gear is shown in the figure. Mm, this one is the pinion. Center is the O1 of the pinion. This is the driver. All a small. This is a small, and it is driver. This one is the driven gear, which is the known as the gears. Size of this gear is larger in comparison to the pinion gear. So center is the O2, and force line. If suppose the teeth of this pinion is in contact with the teeth of the gear during the power transmissions, this angle, this is the common normal. The force which act on this teeth by the pinion or driver is acting along the line of common normal. This is the common normal, and this force is denoted by P subscript 10. This is also known as the pressure line, and this angle is the angle between the common normal and common tangent is known as the pressure angle. So if suppose this one is the Pn, that is the normal force, this point is the pitch point. So you can find this it can be resolved into two components. One is along the tangent directions, other is perpendicular to the tangent direction. So how can find the normal and tangent direction? Normal force is known as the radial force. So first power should be given to get the this normal force. So how can suppose kW is the power transmitted by pinion to the gear, and the power is in kilowatt. So you can find the MT, that is the torque transmitted, that is the power divided by 2 pi n divided by 60. So you will get MT is the torque transmitted by the gear, and kW is the power transmitted by gear in the kilowatt. N is the number of rotations. So when you know the MT, you can find the value of the PT. PT, PT. So this, see this figure. In this direction of the forces, this is the pinion. O1 is the center, and pinion is always the driver gear, and this one is the pitch point, and this one is the pitch point. So this driver drives the gears, and driven gear which rotate in the clockwise directions. So PT, this tangential force, which is the main cause of the transmission of the motions, and you can get the torque by the PT multiplied by this radius. So for the pinion, if PT act in this directions and PR in this directions, so on the pinion it should be direction of PT and PR should be opposite to this directions. So the force diagram on the gear and on the pinion is shown in the figure. So you can find the PT into d dash by 2 is equal to MT, where d dash is the pitch circle, d dash is the pitch circle dia. So d dash is equal to MT. So PT is equal to 2 MT divided by d dash. So, D dash is the pitch circle dia of the pinion. It may be mentioned somewhere. So PT is equal to 2 mt by D dash. When you know the PT, that is the tangential force, you can get the PR. PR is equal to PT tan alpha. This angle is alpha, so PT PR PR is equal to PT tan alpha, and PN is equal to, how can find the PN? If you know the PT, you can find the PN is equal to PT upon cos alpha. Simple relation, you know, from the triangle, property of the triangle. So at the important points, the above analysis of gear tooth force is based on the following assumptions. At the point of contact moves, the point of tangential force Pn changes. This effect is neglected in the above analysis. Second one is it is assumed that only one pair of teeth take place the entire load. At a time there are two pairs which are simultaneously in contact and share the load. The aspect is neglected in this analysis. The third point, analysis is valid under static conditions when gear are running at very lowest velocity. In practice, there is a dynamic force in addition to force due to the power transmission. The effect of the dynamic force is neglected in this analysis. So, in example of two gear force, it is always required to find out magnitude and directions of the two components. The magnitude are determined by using following three equations. First mt, second pt, and third one is the PR. Some important points it is highlighted here. It is assumed that pinion is driving element while gear is the driven element. It is assumed that the pinion rotates in the anti-clockwise directions, therefore gear will be rotate in the clockwise direction. In the running conditions, the point 2 on the pinion and point 1 on the gear are in contact with each other. The gear G is the driven element. It is made to rotate in the clockwise directions. Therefore, at a point 1 of the gear G, the tangential component PT will be act towards the left. It is here it is free body diagram is explained by this diagrams. Suppose this one is the pinion, this one is the pinion, this one is the gear. Point 2 is on the pinion and point 1 is in on the gear. Suppose this point this rotates in the anti-clockwise directions. So this rotates, gear will be rotate in the clockwise directions. At this pinion, at gear, the PT at point 1 in the left direction because it drives this gear, pinion drives the gear, so PT force which rotates this gear, and PT on the pinion act in opposite directions because for equilibrium this act in this direction, so on the pinion it acts in opposite direction. And PR acts if PT act in this direction, then PR will act in this directions, and at this point PR act at the upward directions. So this is the force body diagram. It is important to know it. one simple problem, it from this problem you can understand the force diagram easily. There are three gears. One gear is this one is the pinion, this one is the idler gear, and this one is the driven gears. The pitch circle of a train of the spur gear as shown in the figure. Gear A received 3.5 kilowatt of the power at 700 rpm through its shaft and rotates in the clockwise directions. Gear B is the idler gear while gear C is the driven gear. The gear of teeth on the number of teeth on the gear A, B, C are the 30, 60 and 40 respectively, while the module is 5 mm. Calculate the torque on each gear shaft and component of each gear tooth forces. So here kilowatt power transmitted 3.5 in kilowatt. 10 is number of N is equal to 700, ZA 30, ZB 60, ZC 40, M is equal to 5, alpha 20. So torque acting on the shaft A, B, C. If you know the first you have to find the P circle dia of the A, M, ZA. So this one is the 150. P circle dia of the B. This one is the 300. P circle dia of the C 200. So force torque applied at the gear A. At gear A torque is available. This you can get the power is provided, so you can get torque applied. This is 47746.48 Newton meter. For the gear B, the idler gears and does not transmit any torque to the shaft. Therefore, MTBG, MTB is equal to 0 because idler gear do not transmit any power to the shaft. Since this same gear is transmitted from gear A to C, so MTA into NA is equal to MTC into NC. So MTC is equal to MTA into NA by NC, and this one is the Newton meter. Again the component on gear tooth forces. So for the component of gear tooth force between the gear A and B are given by PTAB. This one is the PTAB, that is the tangential force of provided by gear AB. Gear A is the 636.62 Newton. PRAB 231.71 Newton, and PT D dash B by 2 is equal to PT BC D dash B by 2. So PT AB is equal to PT BC is equal to PT. So when you draw the when you know the PT, you can get the radial component, that is the PT tan alpha. It is diagram is shown in this diagram. Here this is the driven gear, so this rotates in this direction. So PT is applied in this directions, PR in this direction, and PT and PR at the driven gear in this directions. So now this becomes the driving for this one. So this rotates in this direction. So PT applied in this direction, PR in this direction. So total you have to find the reactions at the idler gear. So at this point, what is the total force in this directions? PR. This one is the PR plus this one. At this one is the PR plus PT, and this direction, this one is the PT plus PR. So at the shaft force is applied, PR plus PT and PR plus PT. So you can get the resultant, what is the reactions on the ideal gear. This act in perpendicular directions. So this one is the root under PR plus PT square plus PT plus PR square. So 1228 Newton. Similar questions for practice you can solve it. It is you can understand to see the solutions. The layout of the layout of the two-stage gearbox is shown in the figure. And the number of teeth on the gears are Z1 20, Z2 50, Z3 20, Z4 50. Pinion 1 rotates at 1440 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction. When the observed from the left hand side of the page and transmit 10 kilowatt of power to the gear train. The pressure angle is 20 degree. Draw the free body diagram of the gear tooth forces and determine the reactions at the bearing E and F. So this one is all the data has been given in this diagram. Now the power transmitted, that is the 10 kilowatt. So you first try to solve it, and if you feel any problem you can write in comments of the video. I will explain it in the next video. So in the next video I will explain the force analysis on the gear. How can find the stress on the gear. So I finish this video at this video. Okay, thank you for your watching and for your patience.